What up, Dokkaners? The Golden Week stalemate has taken place for the last 4 weeks now, and as we approach the end of this celebration, JP has made the first move by announcing what their next celebration is going to be. Now, the two versions are going to be splitting up again for the next couple months, and so while Global is going through its final block of characters before the 9-year anniversary, JP will be going into their own Part 1 and Part 2. They will then be jumping into the Tanabata Part 1, Part 2 during the Global 9-year anniversary, and then they will have one Dokkan Festival before the worldwide download, which is when I think full synchro is going to take place. So with the Goku Black Rosé being announced for JP, this basically ends the one leg up that Global had over JP as far as exclusive content. They will now be receiving the Super Boss category lead. Now, in the hands of Global players, back when this unit came out in, God, when was it? January? February? I think it was like late February. Yeah, late February, early March. This character, Super Bosses, was not in a good state because Broly single-handedly carries the category. So for the simple reason that JP players have Broly, Goku Black Rosé is in far better hands than it was on Global. So as far as the unit being a much more viable, much more appealing option, that will definitely be the case on the JP side of the game. However, when you look at this from the JP's perspective, they do have a couple of major celebrations coming up to consider as well. JP players do have a Tanabata celebration happening at the same time as Global's 9-year anniversary. And then let's not forget full synchro. Whether or not the full synchro part happens, make no mistake, worldwide download is still happening in August, right? So with two major celebrations almost seemingly back to back, that does put a lot of pressure on JP players to maybe skip. And in my opinion, this feels like a relatively easy skip, especially considering the character that is needed to make the category better sort of makes the character useless, especially until the domain expansion is really explored. The domain expansion is something that I feel will eliminate the major flaw in the domain design, which is the fact that when you use one domain on any character, you can't use anything else. So you just have a logjam of characters who are dying to use their respective abilities on their own home field advantages, but they can't because Broly's hyperdimension is ruling everything. Why would you use anything but Broly's hyperdimension on a Super Boss team? There's no reason. So until they do that, which to be fair could be coming up soon, I don't know if Rosé is necessarily needed. Now, in terms of the banner, little bit of a hot take. I don't think they're going to change the banner at all because I feel like this, if you change this, especially these two, they're not going to be changing. I think that this banner is still fine as it is on the JP side. I think if you mess around with these two, first of all, I don't know if I doubt they will. But if they were to, this would make the banner far worse and far less summonable, in my opinion. First of all, there's no banner unit. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, actually, there are 10. But there are only 6 Dokkan Festival features. So this banner is fine as is. If you're going to summon, you're going to summon because you want the Goku Black. I don't think that the other units are going to make a difference. Plus, these guys are going to be coming back during the worldwide download celebration. So if you're summoning, you're really committing for that Goku Black Rosé. And then these guys are going to be back. What, are you not going to summon? Because AGL, Goku, Vegeta Blue, and Tech Fusion's Monster are there. These two characters are good, and they will still be good by the time we get to worldwide download. So I don't think this is going to change. JP players, let me know. Chime down below. Let me know if you guys are going to be summoning on this. Assuming it doesn't change, let's actually go over what the character does. It's been a little while since I've used the character. So this is a Super Boss, Corroded Body and Mind, Key +3, 170% lead with an additional stats +30 to Realm of Gods, Accelerated Battle, and Exploding Rage. The combination of categories also a little questionable for a lot of people. But again, that was Global. JP is different. Super Attack. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy. For the passive, Key +2 attack and defense +200%. Guards all attacks for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. Reduces damage received by 6% per Super Boss category ally on the team up to 30. Plus an additional damage reduction of 30% before attacking. Launches an additional attack per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack. Launches an additional super attack every time the character attacks 5 times in battle. Plus an additional attack and defense +30% within the same turn with each attack performed. Super Boss category allies Key +2 within the same turn after receiving an attack. Great chance of nullifying Key Blast super attacks directed at the character. And then here's the main crux of the character. The domain can be activated when all allies attacking in the same turn are Super Boss category characters starting from turn 4 from the start of battle, or starting from turn 6 from the start of battle once only. creates Domain City Future Rift of Time, raises Super Boss category allies key by 2, and creates character clones for 4 turns. Super Boss category enemies and allies attack and defense plus 10%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% for characters who are extreme class. And then when we go Clone Saga, what are we talking, Star Wars? This guy greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage and greatly lowers defense. Key plus 2 attack and defense plus 2/2/2. Attacks effective against all types, reduces damage received by 66% before attacking. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, physical excluded, to rainbow key spheres. Launches an additional attack that has a rare chance of becoming a super attack per rainbow key sphere obtained. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Launches an additional super attack every time the character attacks 5 times in battle. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 33% within the same turn with each attack performed. Enter Broly. Broly needs to transform and create the hyperdimensional space field for 4 turns, increasing key by 4 for all allies that are extreme class. Are you really going to be giving that up for the Goku Black Rose? I don't think so. So unless they change the domain effect during this celebration, I don't think the Goku Black Rose is worth picking up for JP players, but it will be very nice and refreshing to see Goku Black used on the version that has a much better set of Super Boss leadership and abilities. So I am looking forward to that. So JP players, if you are summoning, have fun. But you know what? If you're not, or you're on the fence, let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's worth going for that until we get that overhaul? I really hope that is what I really hope that that's what they do with this whole domain expansion. I don't think that there's anything else that needs to be done, honestly. All they have to do is simply say that you can have a domain on turn A and you can have a domain on turn B. Not that there has to be 2 domains on the same space in the same turn. That might be a little bit excessive because you could stack like, multiple Super Boss buffs and that might not be fair. But if you have Broly's hyperdimension on this turn and then the Rift of Time on the other turn, I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. Plus, it allows you to actually make use of the characters that you spent your money on and you summoned for. And damn it, we want to use those abilities. So yeah, JP players, chime in. Let me know if you guys are going to be summoning. As far as the rest of the news on the JP side, there were a couple of things. I think they mentioned like weekend tickets, right? You guys are getting weekend tickets? Yeah. So there are 2 different weekend tickets. So there's a Dokkan Festival weekend tickets, which is a big surprise, but pretty cool. During the period of May 27th to June 28th, weekend Dokkan Festival ticket linked missions will be held from Monday to Friday. If you clear all the missions, you can get up to 7 weekend gacha tickets every week. You can use the tickets to collect and draw on the weekend Dokkan Festival to be held at a later date. Oh, to be held at a later date. So there is no... Okay, so this is just going to be weekend Dokkan Festival ticket collection. So I imagine this is probably because they need to resolve the other weekend tickets. So this is going to be going on from May 27th all the way until the week of June 24th. Okay, so make sure you guys do all those missions, get all your tickets. Very easy. They're weekend tickets, for crying out loud. And then what's going on with this one? So the weekend gacha will be held from May 27th to June 30th. Get 7 weekend ticket summons when you log in for the first time. I see. So they're kind of doing like a going out of business sale, I guess. So this is the last gacha you can use on the weekend. Whenever I see this, it just looks like whatever. Weekend whatever gacha ticket for. During the special gacha period, it will be held every day, other than Saturday and Sunday, so don't forget to draw. Only SR, SSR characters will appear in the weekend gacha. In addition, some SSR characters can be Dokkan Awakened into an LR. So these are the characters that are featured, some of the ones that they're marketing. So basically, yeah, just use your weekend ticket summons as soon as possible, so that way you can move on and get ready for the weekend Dokkan Festival. I think this is a good direction to move in. We are oversaturated with crazy amounts of Dokkan festivals, so I don't think it's much of a harm to give away essentially some of these guys for free, especially considering there's always going to be more and more coming up. Plus, I mean, the conversations these days about 7-year anniversaries LRs being broken, if they're going to be broken, then the 10-year anniversary is going to be beyond broken, right? So with the power creep constantly moving forward, I don't think that starting to hand out Dokkan festivals, especially earlier ones, for free is going to be necessarily a bad idea. I think this is a good thing. This will also give an opportunity for free-to-play players to actually get a little bit more out of their gaming. So, because that's been one of the big complaints, right? Not JP, but just free-to-play players in general. Free-to-play is just not as viable as it used to be because we're just accelerating so fast. through the power creep that how are the free-to-play players able to keep up? It's very difficult. So that pretty much wraps up the JP news. For now, we know what the Goku Black can do. There is no banner unit. I don't think the banner is going to change. In my opinion, this is an easy skip for JP players, but of course, you're entitled to your own decisions. You do whatever you want. Let me know what you guys think. And we're going to now talk about the Tanabata possible situation on global in the following video. So global players, get ready for that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this whole situation on JP. Were you expecting the Goku Black to be the next one on the JP side of the game? What is the part 2 LR going to be for JP? If I were to guess quickly, LR Vegeta, Vegeta Blue, LR, I don't know, Future Bulma. Let me know your crazy guesses for what the part 2 LR could be. Will you JP players be summoning for this unit, or would you rather save for a Tanabata and then of course worldwide download? Let me know your thoughts overall and what this potentially means for global. If you have any thoughts on that in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you're going to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.